All right, so last night we made it about 9:15. We were supposed to be here by 9 to our campsite for the evening. It's called 7th Ranch. It's actually a really nice campsite. Overall, we did a good solid day of driving. After we did a few repairs, we replaced the spark plugs, wires, ignition coil, checked fluids and all that fun stuff. Got on the road about 3 o'clock, made it here by 9. No major issue until about 20 minutes from where we needed to be, and we had to change the fuel filter.
Just add a little drama to button the end.
Uncle Scrambled Greggy's add a little drama at the end. Had too good of a day. But I'm going to show you guys this campsite. It's really awesome. Ignore our trash bag. We're in cleanup, setting up to leave mode.
Trash bag.
But we have this very wonderful view out here. It's very pretty in Montana. So we've got about 4 hours to Great Falls. We're gonna go see, where's Custard? That's Custard's last stand, right? That's where he died? Or Little Bighorn. We're gonna go see Little Bighorn today. And then we're gonna head to Great Falls. Spend a couple of days, spend 2 nights in Great Falls, recoup, and move on into Canada. Time for breakfast. Actually getting to cook somewhere. It's kind of nice. I have not tested the stove in the RV yet. I'm gonna have to do that, but I don't want to do it today. So, using my single cast iron and my hot plate.
It's gonna be cooking.
Variable load, 10 miles per hour, max 9,920 pounds. This tire can handle almost 10,000 pounds.
Bacon in the oven, that's just like Hansel and Gretel, and gonna be a sweet cake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it warm in there?
Yeah.
Of course it's warm in there. It's an oven, right?
I'm getting all of the sweet stuff on me.
Oh, look out. Your sister's in there, Meatball. Don't go dropping that. No!
Papa, we don't get one.
Hey, Meatball, how about you give Papa some room?
Okay, Papa, we don't get one and that one. Don't and they, Papa. They're insane.
Maybe she can do time lapse on this.
They're just insane. They don't want to be with the Papa yet. They have to be here alone. Oh, Papa went down with the baby rock.
Well, if those are baby rocks, this is the grandpa rock right here. Super rock.
Lamb. We are best family. Mama, not yet. Apple me. No, it's for us. Apple me and you and that one. And Papa. And him and Mama. And me. You just said me. And you said me. That was Papa, that was me. Baby, me, Papa. That's the way. It's a dead the way. That's the way, me, Papa. I know Crystal and that is you. That is me, Papa.
All right.
That me. Apple, the apple.
Don't forget that.
And then what's that? I'm a neighbor there.
Don't forget to put Greg on there.
So, all right.
Ow. You're not paying attention. Just
You gotta do it nice and pretty, okay?
Go on, Meatball, catch up to your sisters. Go on. Come on, Meatball. I'm right with you. I'm right here. Come on. Here we are on top of this really cool hill, overlooking the Little Bighorn battlefield over there in the distance. It's a wonderfully decorated little rock that the kids have found. Kara found the owl, but it's a nice little place for families to leave their mark on visiting the RV site and making the trek up this hill. Let's make sure we put them all back. These are not rocks we take. Those are somebody else's memories that they're leaving behind for other people to see. There's the RV park we stayed in last night. You can see Montana is very aptly named the Big Sky Country because this is beautiful here, and you can just see just how beautiful it is here in Montana. This is a gorgeous state. Since the time we entered it, we thought it was real pretty, and it's definitely one of the more beautiful states in this country. There is Kara and Crystalline running the Glab Family Adventure decorated rock up to the top of the flagpole. Okay, so last time we were up here, we found this neat little pile of rocks with people's memories written on it. So we decided to go grab a good flat rock and write our stuff on it, put our names, and leave it here for the next adventurers to find. So there it is here. If anybody's ever staying at the 7th Ranch RV and Resort south of the Little Bighorn National Monument or Memorial and Battlefield, stop by and see if you could find the Glab Family Adventures rock here. All right, let's head back down and pack it up, guys.
Careful, buddy.
This is Last Stand Hill, 7th Cavalry Last Stand Hill, the Little Bighorn National Monument Memorial and Battlefield. These markers are the best of their ability to mark where the 7th Cavalrymen and their guides and support fell on the day of the battle, June 25th, 1876. As you can see here, U.S. soldier, 7th Cavalry, fell here, June 25th, 1876. The marker here, that is the approximate location of where General Custer fell. These men were buried at a later date. They were already stripped of most of their gear and anything valuable by the Native Americans that they had fought. The remaining members retreated down that way across the river out of view, and their bodies were left here and they were scavenged and mutilated, scalps were removed, etc. And when reinforcement and another regiment came along, they buried them in shallow graves approximately at the locations of these headstones. So this is the final resting place of quite a few 7th Cavalry men. You can see base all the way down there. There's all some down all the way down that trail there. Yeah.
He was the general.
Yes, he was a lieutenant colonel at the time, but he was a general in the Civil War. And that there is again the approximate location of where General Custer, George Armstrong, Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer fell the day of the battle.
No Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not here. Crystalline, honey. What you doing?
We're going to see if Ellie can drive the Titanic and get her to move a little bit better than I was doing. She's struggling really bad through this last portion of our trip trying to get to Great Falls. We should only have an hour and a half. We got a carb rebuild kit waiting for us, and we're going to see what other parts we could do anything with, but she's struggling really hard, and we've stopped about 6 times already trying to replace fuel filters, make adjustments to the choke, anything one of us can find, but we're working on it, and so now she's trying to finesse it up into KOA and Great Falls. By the way, this is the first time she's driven the RV.
I'd say I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing better than the RV's doing. Titanic running pretty decently for the past 40 miles or so. She's doing really good, finessing this engine to where we need it to be to get us to where we need to go. So on camera and on tape, good job, Ellie. Found a vehicle on the road slower than our RV. It's really awesome with that sun right in Ellie's eyes while she's driving
just
too.
my head down slightly. I'm good.
I guess she's good with it though. Good for her. I think you got it. You're clear if you want to try to roll around them. There's no cars. It's up to you and if there's anybody coming behind you. See? Don't forget you got that car. What's that? He said Ellen ain't got no time for that. We have a LGM-30 Minuteman missile silo operated out of Malmstrom Air Force Base, just outside of Great Falls. Ellie is still doing great driving the Titanic. She really knows how to finesse the gas pedal. Keep her operating in that sweet spot so that she doesn't cut her out and choke her out. She's doing really good getting us to our destination. That's the difference between Ellie and I. Ellie knows how to finesse. I just know how to push machines to their limit. That's it. Getting closer to Great Falls. That's it. First closing video of all of our
lovely
moving
trip
montage.
We finally made it to Great Falls.
Finally. 3 delays, how many postponements in moving of the reservations?
4? Because we were supposed to be in Great Falls on Wednesday night, and it's
Wednesday
Saturday.
night. Saturday. Ah. Yeah, 3 nights.
We had a fairly fun day today that I'm never going to live down. I did some good things, but I did some stupid things too.
Yeah. You'll see where I gave her all the credit in the world for driving and being able to finesse that gas pedal and keeping the Titanic rolling, where I was failing miserably. She got it a good 160 miles of the 278-mile trip today. But she kind of used up a lot of that credit at the end of the evening.
It did. My credit went bye-bye.
We seem to have a thing of coming to a full and complete stop about 20 minutes from the RV park that we're going to for the night. That happened last night, and they were kind enough to stay up late and wait for us. We were only 15 minutes late. But last night it was, 8:25, and we had 17 minutes to go to just make it before 9 o'clock cutoff. And then we crapped out and needed a fuel filter replacement.
Right.
And then tonight we were about, I'd say it was close to 17 minutes again. 17 minutes again from the resort. And the Titanic's been having a lot of trouble making it upgrades. And all the ones before that, she was able to pull it through and finesse that gas pedal and get it going right up to where it was making it over the top of the hills. This last one, it died out at the very top. I mean,
like dead,
still leaning backwards on the hill, but just over the ridge enough that following traffic couldn't see us coming up the hill. They couldn't see us till they got over the hill. This was right by Belt, B-E-L-T, Belt, Montana. And so when it died, I said, okay, just get that emergency brake on, because we don't want to go rolling back down the hill into the U-Haul.
So that's what I did.
So that's what she did.
What I forgot
unbeknownst to anybody else, she neglected to put it into park as well. So about 35 minutes of crawling under the RV in a definitely precarious spot to stall out in the first place, much less be working on a vehicle. Testing the starter, testing the voltages to everything. Where was the voltage stop? Because it was dead. There was no reaction whatsoever.
Lincoln was yelling and screaming and saying he wanted everything out of the RV. He was sending it to the scrapyard. He was done with it.
It was a bear of an ordeal.
And then my brother.
And then Greg is looking on Google for symptoms and ideas, and he says, "Have you tried a neutral start?" And I'm like, whatever, I'll try anything at this point. We need to get this thing out of the road. Well, I get into the driver's seat to try a neutral start, and lo and behold, the gear shifter is in drive. So when it died and she put the parking brake on, she just put the parking brake on and left it dead.
I forgot.
And then tried starting it, and nothing happened. Well, of course not. The vehicle's in drive.
It won't start in drive.
And so as soon as I put it in the park and turned the key, it turned right over, and boy did it start, and it ran us the rest of the way here.
Lovely too, like perfectly. We even got
up to 70 miles an hour.
Yeah. Without an issue, without it being mad, because most of the day we've been lucky if we could get over.
The best part of the whole situation was, one, when it finally started and she realized what happened, and I walk around the front of the RV, and she's running down the side of the road, running behind the RV,
going anywhere else, because he's coming at me saying, "To the moon, Alice, to the moon."
And then right as this is happening, we finally get law enforcement assistance, and it was a forestry ranger law enforcement for park police, but he's federal. He pulls up, and the first thing he says is, you guys are in a really bad spot. And I said, yeah, you think? I even tried covering it up and saving my wife some face. And I tried telling them, yeah, we could come over the hill, and it died out and lost all our voltage. She's standing next to me laughing, going, I left, I didn't drive.
I could not. I was laughing hysterically. I'm sure that thought I was on something or other, and I wasn't. I just couldn't believe I did something so stupid.
So this guy, really cool, does a U-turn, goes and parks at the back of the U-Haul with his cherries on and blinking, and he tells us, he goes, you know what, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to wait back there and follow you guys out of here, make sure you guys are good to go. And we got it started and started rolling, and he didn't pass us and take off until we hit Malmstrom, and then so he was behind us for a good 17 miles and just making sure we were doing good on the road. Cool. Real nice guy, and so that really helped us when we finally pulled in here. It seems like a really nice RV park.
It does.
Nice
I'll take a video in the
and,
morning when we can actually see.
Yeah,
things.
we'll get a video of things in the morning, and
we're gonna stay here tonight, tomorrow night, so we're not. We're just, the boys are gonna
nice and fresh and relaxed to go through the border
and get they're gonna rebuild the carburetor,
rebuild the carb and see what that does, and
because basically what's going on is we keep flooding it. We just keep flooding it. It
just keeps choking itself out. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what the deal is. But
so we're gonna try.
Thought we had it, and obviously we didn't.
But we've made it. So far it's taken us 6 days. 6 days
to make it to Great Falls.
6 days to make it to Great Falls when it was supposed to take us 3.
Yeah, well, 2 good things. One, with the border reopening on Monday, that should do away with that 96-hour time frame, which I don't think we're going to make with 6 hours and 250 miles of driving a day.
Hopefully that improves after the carburetor's rebuilt.
Carburetor rebuilds, that helps. And
we'll keep you guys updated.
We'll let you know how things are looking in Canada and going through Canada with the newly opened border.
Yeah, we're going to get a good night's sleep. Hopefully our kids will let us sleep in.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Night, guys.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.